Welcome to your Scratch adventure. As you see, I am in scratch.mit.edu and I have a brand new Scratch adventure started. We are not going to be using the Scratch cat, so I'm going to start off by having you delete that cat right now. What we are going to do is take our names today and animate them and add sounds. Our very first step in creating our new adventure is to choose a backdrop. I'm going to choose a backdrop under music called theater. I would like my name to be featured on stage. However, you may pick any backdrop that you like. Perhaps you'd like your name under a blue sky, or on the boardwalk, or possibly in the city. Whatever you choose, there is no wrong way to do this. Just choose a background that fits the needs of what you envision your project to be. Once we have our backdrop in, we're going to go ahead and add the letters of our name by choosing a sprite. I'm going to come up to the category letters, and I'm going to scroll down until I find the letters of my name. I am choosing this style. There are two other styles of letters, this style as well as this style. I am going to choose the letters of my name in the final or the last style at the bottom. And I'm just going to go in and spell out my whole name. Notice the letters are kind of just being placed randomly all over the place. Don't worry about that at this point. We're going to position them all once we get our name completely spelled. So I need the F, and I need an E. Oop! I'm going to delete that one. I chose the wrong one. I need the E. And lastly, I need the letter R to spell Jennifer. Now, I need to put the letters in order. J, E, N, N, I, F, E, and the last one is R. Now, notice that my letters actually are very close to my backdrop. I might want to change the costume or the color of my letters. So I have the J selected. I'm going to come up here under this tab called Costumes, and I'm going to drop down this fill, and I'm going to choose a different color. I'm more of a blue person, so I'm going to go with a little bit of a blue color for my letter. I'm going to click on the paint bucket, and I'm going to fill the letter with the blue. Same thing with the letter E, the letter N, and keep going until all the letters of my name are changed. I have now successfully changed the letters of my name, and I'm going to start my coding. I'm about to write a script. A script is essentially a story, a coding story of what we would like each of our sprites to do. We are going to start this script with an event called when this sprite is clicked. So when I click the J, what do I want it to do? So when I click the J, what I want it to do is I want it to play a sound. I don't want it to play the pop though, so I'm going to choose a different sound. I'm going to go under my sound tab, and I'm going to choose a sound. In this case, I am going to choose notes, and I am actually going to choose C piano. I'm going to come back to where it says start sound. I'm going to change to C piano. My next piece to this puzzle that I'm building in a script is going to be to put in a motion. I'm going to use the glide 1 second, and I'm going to have this letter J glide to the position of -135, and then Y will be 36. I'm going to put in a control of wait 1 second so that when it gets to that position, it's going to pause, and then it's going to return to a different position. So again, I'm going to go back and put in another motion, a go to. And in this case, I'm going to have it return to its exact location. So it's going to return to negative 136, negative 91. So let's check this out. What happens when I click the J? Plays the sound, glides, pauses, returns. This is a script. My script contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puzzle pieces. Okay. I'm going to add in a second script. So I'm going to do an event now when the green flag is checked. I'm going to do a motion. My motion is going to be go to. My go-to is going to be my current position, negative 136, negative 91. Yours might be slightly different because of where you placed your letter, but your position, your go-to, is going to be the X and Y position. Mine is negative 136 and negative 91, and I'm going to do point in direction 90. Okay, so that is essentially 2 scripts for 1 letter, and that's the letter J. Now, the green flag, when clicked, it's not going to do anything right now. But the purpose of this script is that if the letters ever get out of control and placed in different locations, and I can't get them back to where they need to be, I can click the green flag and it's going to return the letters to their original location. Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and do the coding for the letter E. And so we're going to go through the same process. We're going to use a control. When this sprite is clicked, we're going to use an event. When this sprite is clicked, we're going to play a sound. We're going to choose a sound. In my case, I'm going to choose the sound, and that is going to be notes, and I'm going to use the D piano. I'm going to change this to D piano. I'm going to make a motion. That motion is going to be glide for 1 second. And I am going to glide 1 second to negative 90, 36. I'm going to put a control in to wait 1 second so it pauses. I'm going to put another motion, and that's going to be a go to. I'm going to take it back to its original location, negative 90, negative 91. I'm going to go ahead and put in that second set of code, or the second script. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to go to return this to its original location, and we're going to point it in the direction of 90. I will now go through and do this for each individual letter in my name. You will now see as I click on every sprite that I have coded the positioning, the gliding, and the sound for every single sprite. So they are all done. If I actually click on each of the sprites, you will see the motion and hear the sound as I scripted. Now you might look at this and say, okay, that's very basic. The letters, they glide up, they come back, and they play sounds. But maybe you're saying, well, I wanted to do a little more. So I thought about this, and I thought, well, what if I made every single letter turn? And so what I'm going to show you now is how to add in a rotation. So I'm going to put in a control, and that's going to be a repeat. I'm going to repeat 73 times. And in that repeat, I have to fit in a piece of the puzzle. I can't do anything without a piece of the puzzle in here. So I'm going to put in a motion, and that motion is going to be that we're going to turn, and in this case, we're going to just turn 5 degrees. Okay? And now watch what happens. So I'm going to add that repeat 73 and turn 5 degrees to each of the letters. So let's do the control. Repeat, we're going with 73 times. And the motion is going to be turn 5 degrees. I'll show that one more time. I'm going to the letter N. I'm putting in the control. Repeat, 73 times. Motion is going to be turn 5 degrees. Now that I have finished the script for every letter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button up here that's called See Project Page. I'm going to put in a set of instructions. I'm also going to make sure that I have a name for this file, and this file is called Jennifer, which is my name. My instructions are click on each letter to animate and play a sound. Okay, and I am ready. Notice I have yet to click the green flag, but we wrote that code to return the sprites to their original location when I click the green flag. So watch now when I click, all the sprites turn to their original location. Now that I'm sure that my project works as I coded it, I'm going to share the project with my teacher. I'm going to click that share button, and it says other people can try it out now, give comments, and remix it. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to go ahead and paste that link into a Microsoft Word document. And I am now ready to submit this link to the Scratch Adventure assignment folder in your course content by going to Tools, Assignments, Unit 8, Scratch Adventure. I hope you enjoyed your new Scratch Adventure and that you learned something from completing this adventure. If you're interested in adding more script and or changing the look of your adventure, you are free to do so at this point. If you're happy with how your name has turned out, please submit to the Unit 8 Scratch Adventure.